Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Talent Traders. Myself Bala here. And this video I'm just going to create a charting scanner which helping you to find out the gap up stocks along with good volume and trying to find some good intraday trade opportunities that will be helping you to make some one or two stocks for your intraday. So that I'm going to create with this particular video, and you can follow the steps and you can also create such a kind of thing. So three conditions which I'm going to use it. The first candle, based on the first candle which I'm going to create the scanner, and let me look at this particular stock, how it forms such a technical gap up. Technical gap up is nothing about the stock opened above previous day high. So normally gap up is calculated by the Normally, the gap up is calculated by the previous day closing price. But in this case, I'm just going to calculate the gap up by the previous day high. Here is the previous day high of that particular stock. And the open of today should be greater than the previous day high. I'm just considering as a technical gap up. Okay, so after this technical gap up, many stocks can be continues the direction, or some stocks can be reverse the direction very quickly. So that I'm going to just planning with this particular scanner and how to find out. But in this stock, first 15 minutes candle high and low, and that wasn't very important. So if that stock, just a second, the stock opened with a gap up, but it could not able to continuous the gap up, and it was break the low and it is reverse the trend. So after the gap up, such a thing may happen, and some stock may open by the gap up, and it may continues the gap up also. So one any stocks which forming such a technical gap up, and that would be something like this. It was a huge gap up, and after the breakout, and it was moving upside, something like ONGC, the same thing which is happening some stocks. It is also be a technical gap up comparing to the previous day. It opened higher, and also it keep on rising. So that are the things which I'm going to discuss, and how to create such a scanner that we are going to create with the charting. So I'm just comparing with the volume. So volume of that particular stock also we should consider. Let me try to focus, and the charting scanners will help you to find out a few intraday stock opportunities that would be good for. Okay, so let me go with the charting scanners and create the scanners. I'm just going to create in a Fundo stocks normally. So if you want to change it, you can change it any of the sector or segments. Okay, so here normally the technical gap up. So that means that the open of today's open must be greater than uh, high of 1 day ago. So that is what a technical gap up stocks which we are finding out with this line. And today almost 55 stocks which opened by the technical gap up. So after that, whether it is going to increase or at a turn down, so then we are going to decide with the 15 minutes candle. So and the first 15 minutes normally it is a gap up. It should be a positive close. So the closing of that first 15 minutes candle, so we should use 15 minutes, and should be equivalent one. So first candle should be greater than open of first 15 minutes candle. This will simply tell you technical gap of opening. So among 55 stocks, now we are filtering out only at 26 stocks. Hope you see previously without this conditions, we are finding almost 70 plus stocks, 55 stocks. So now it is 26 only, and this will help you. So a lot of stocks, maybe some stocks like SCL Tech maybe started with positive and it came down. Yeah, it started with positive and looks like a shooting star or spinning top, whatever the candle. And maybe if I find out on the stocks, maybe high and low of this 15 minutes is a very important. I should find out that, and if it is break the low, and we can look for an opportunity in this particular thing. Okay, so one more conditions we can add it in the volume that would be helping you to find out even more or better stocks. You can see yesterday's last closing hours, the candles are very the volumes are very high. So even it is 15 minutes, So the volumes are around 3 o'clock or 2:15, 2:30. So the volume is keep on rising. And today by gap up, by after that it is moving lower. So we can consider that volume should be in the first candle itself should be greater than. So if you are using daily volume greater than today's volume greater than 1 day ago volume means that exact volume data and volume details end of the day only we will be getting. Okay, that may be the mistake many scanners are I seen, but don't use that daily volume greater than 1 day ago volume. That will fetch you daily volume when you get a clear confirmation. It is the end of the day only. So after end of the day only, on the first candle it may not be happen. So what I am just following here, the 15 minutes volume, that first candle volume, and the last 5 or 10 candles we should consider greater than. So for example, 15 minutes volume of the first candle, I'm just focusing the first candle volume should be greater than, okay, so SMA volume, okay, SMA volume. SMA volume. So we should consider how many number of candles. So maybe if I'm just focusing for 5 candles, that means last 5 15 minutes candle. That means yesterday's last 5 15 minutes, or even you can use a 6 15 minutes. It's around instead of 6 15 minutes, we can use a 4 also. 4 means last 1 hour. Yesterday's last 1 hour volume. Okay, and then it must be greater than, or the volume must be greater than with the number multiplied how many times. So for an example, I will use 1.5 times. That means last 5 candles volume, that should be the today's opening volume should be greater than 1.5 times. That I'm going to consider. If I did this line and it will almost 26 stocks we got it. If I run this scan, how many stocks I got it? Just 16. From this 16, let me check CESE would be there, Sun TV. Let me check how it is happening. Sun TV. So is there anything happen? First candle. That high of that candle breaks, we expecting the continuation. But in this case, it never breaks the high. Instead of that, it breaks the low, and maybe we filling the gap between the previous high and today's open. That's happening here. And some stocks like OAL, it was continuous the direction, both the sides it may be, but the breaks the above the high and the low. So low, if it is break the high, we can keep upside move, and the low of the particular 15 minutes candle has to be a stop loss. Okay, so if you are looking at this is what the candle and comparing last 5 candles, this is the more than 1.5 times. So this time we have almost 16 stock. So even we can reduce with 2 times volume. If you are making a volume with the 2 times, it's happening. So we will be finding 14 stocks. Also, I think most of the stocks are more than 2 times. So let me try for a 2.5. So we should filtering out the stocks very minimum. Only 12. So from this 12, we can try for an opportunity PFC, IRFC, sorry, IRFC, yes. IRs, PFC, yes. PFC, what is happening? 2.5 times volume in the first candle. It's a huge one. That high and low is not broken till 11:15. So maybe ignore, and the stop loss for the high and low almost 12 points. Okay, then we'll go for IRFC. This is a very big. So if your stop loss is big comparing to the high and low, and you can change that percentage also. If it is very small, maybe less than 2%, something 1%, you can decide that as also we can create along with. So better 2.5. Even what kind of conditions, maybe open low on the first candle. Let me check. Same, copy this. Open, we can add it. Open equals to, maybe we are finding low because it is a gap up, so we are expecting to move up. So open equal to low, remaining all other condition if it is satisfied. So we don't find any stocks. Okay, let me reduce the volume 1.5. Is there any stocks which we can able to find out? No. So open equals to today's low, first 15 minutes. I think no. Let me go for other check. Okay. So our we can use one more condition. open equals that low of the particular candle greater than high of 1 day ago. That means low also greater than. We should change daily. Maybe will this work? 1 day ago. Yeah, only 6 stocks. From this, because it is always open higher than the previous one, NHPC, you can modify whatever the condition you have. So whatever the logic which you have. So this is what one more thing, and it breaks below the low and it moves down, and still it is in ending with benefit. This one is moving well. ONGC, let me go to check ONGC, that we seen that has also moved well. So after breaking the second candle and slightly moves down, but it not broke on the level and it was moving good. So Divi's Lab and Sun TV, Sun TV we are seen. Divi's Lab, what's happening after the opening. So that is a good move. So even more condition you can add it, but I just added were some my logics and my ideas, but even more things which you can add it in this particular scanner, and that will help you to find out some good intraday trade opportunities. I hope you understood the concept. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel to get more update. Thank you.